So over here on Tech for Gamers, this is interesting. Everybody hates AI, but gamers are spending millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on these games. All right, so from December 2022, from today, games with generative AI labels have made over $660 million on Steam. This is interesting. All right, so the use of generative AI has become a new normal in game development. Everyone has their opinions on it, but the fact is that the technology is here to stay as more studios adopt it. We've also come across a very interesting stat. Why is it doing that? A very interesting stat. About 8% of the games on Steam have disclosed generative AI use, but more importantly, those titles have made a massive $660 million on Steam to date, suggesting the general audience doesn't care that much. I've said this for years. The people who care about generative AI are online. They're guys like us. They're the people who we're in the know. We are not the norm, right? We are not the average person buying a video game. We're here, we're online, we're talking about it, we know what's going on. We are cut above the rest. And the fact of the matter is them's just the breaks. Okay? But most people don't care about how the cake is made. They just want to eat the cake. Them's the rules. Why it matters, a recent surveys reveal that 63% of gamers have negative views about Gen AI. Well, 63% of gamers that were surveyed. That's very important. However, this new data, which are going to be online people probably. Okay. However, this new data suggests that it isn't a big deal. It isn't as big of a deal as it may seem. According to data from Totally Human Media, there is a total of 10,258 titles disclosed with AI use. Most of those are absolute dog water trash. Guaranteed, because Steam just kind of allows anything on their platform. However, they're a meritocracy, so if you put out something that's good, you'll probably make some money. Out of the 10,258 titles, 12 have grossed 8 figures, 33 have grossed 7 figures, my gosh, and 170 made 6 figures, while the rest are below that. The list doesn't count ARC Raiders, as the data was compiled before it's released, but since these other games have also revealed a bit of AI usage, including Battlefield 6, which recently came under fire. See, there it is again. The data cites the areas where Gen AI was majorly used included in game art, followed by voiceover, pre-production, localization, and other market-related things. But some major titles are now using it and will use it in the future. So this graph here says use of Gen AI. So we've got in-game art, voiceover dialogue, pre-production. Pre-production's a big one. Marketing and promotion. If you're going to use AI for marketing and promotion, I don't know what that means. Translation, I mean, that could be important. Translation could be important. I mean, I would say you still need to have a translator on staff to verify what the translations are. Upscaling and technical, runtime gen systems, and then other uses. Other uses could just be anything. Okay. Multiple reasons have been listed as to why studios use it, like budget constraints, faster prototyping, improved quality. Improved quality, no, that's always going to come from humans. But improved quality. So if AI where it is right now, not in 5 or 10 years, because in 5 or 10 years it's probably going to be way better. But if right now it's improving your quality, you need to fire a lot of people. I'm just gonna be real with you. If improved quality is coming from AI for you guys, you need to fire like a lot of your staff. You made poor hiring decisions. Okay, so while people have extreme views about it, it seems they aren't much bothered in the grand scheme of things. Of course not. Of course not. What are your thoughts? This is over on Tech for Gamers about the $660 million that have been purchased from gamers. So let's go back here. Let's turn the high beams off. My gosh, I wish websites wouldn't do that. They need to turn their high beams off. But again, it seems that everybody talking about generative AI and what's going on in it, the larger population and a lot of people, they're still buying these games. They're still purchasing games that have the generative AI in it, whether it's from pre-production to art models and character designs and things of that nature. It seems that a lot of money, I mean, we're almost $750 million made by purchasing games that have generative AI in the process somewhere. Now, again, it gave a wide list of processes. Where that stuff is, I don't know. But again, I've said this for years when this conversation started getting started in a lot of the indie circles that I talked with indie comic book creators, indie writers, indie movie producers. The vast majority of your customer base is not going to care. Of the customer base is not going to care. Most people are not tuned into this. Most people don't even know what AI is. Most people think that AI is the Google search engine. That's AI. So when AI was used in the development of this game, and I guarantee a vast majority of people are like, oh, so they just used Google search AI to find stuff? I'm sorry. Informed customers are just not a thing in today's day and age. How many angry Karens do you see out there? They're like, well, I purchased this. The fact of the matter is the Karens are uninformed consumers. They're uninformed customers, just like most people are. And most people are not going to stand on principle when it comes to purchasing something. Now, I've always said this: if AI is being used to get rid of people, I don't really want to purchase a game where someone lost their job to a computer. I don't like that because I don't like where that goes in the future. But if AI is being used to assist a person in the time-consuming, tedious tasks of their day, and the company is still hiring more people, like what what Larian Studios is doing, not Warhorse, Larian, I apologize. What Larian Studios is doing, they're letting their people decide whether or not they can use certain AIs in their day-to-day work, and they're also hiring more people. Why would I have a problem with that? You're letting them use a tool that's going to let them get through their work more quickly throughout the day. My goodness Lord, I would say that's probably a good thing. I would think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But again, I think that's probably a good thing. However, most people aren't going to look at that. Most people, well, not most. The people who pay attention to this are going to say AI bad because AI bad for no other reason than just AI bad. They cannot properly articulate the different categories that AI can be used, how it can be used, the ethical uses of it versus the non-ethical uses of it. And we're talking about ethical economic uses. They're not going to have a lot of people online are not going to have those discussions. Again, in the places that they're having these discussions are places like Twitter, places like X. You're not there to have a discussion. You're there to react. You're there to shout. You're there to get angry. You're there to do the one-liner, right? That's where a lot of these discussions are being had. And it's insane. Anytime you see people trying to have a discussion on Twitter, they get absolutely drowned out by the noise. People pay attention more to the reactions than the actual discussion being had. It's very rare in the places online where these discussions are happening. There's actually a discussion to be had. You usually get a person who's like, here are my points. Here's they're laid out. It's a couple paragraphs. Nobody reads the paragraphs. They just go in and they try to do their one-liner and get a bunch of likes and stuff like that. And I think that as time goes on, I about ripped my headphones out of my head. I think as time goes on, we're just going to keep seeing the same cycle, right? Again, it's why I got off Twitter. That website is horrible for discussions. And you know what? I can sit here with my chat on stream right now, and I can have a discussion with you guys. I know that there's a time delay, and I can talk with you and actually hear your thoughts and respond to you guys. And sometimes people want to fight. I'll fight here. That's fine. But you know what? It's different. And the AI conversation online right now is being wholly devolved into internet rage bait reactions.